Allah happy is that you used this, but you didn't go beyond the boundary. You stayed with what you have to do. Because it's more haram for somebody to die as a result of this, of ignorance, than it is to go ahead and eat the pig. Because if you said, nobody can eat the pig, we just have to die. Your children die, your wife dies, and then you fall over dead. On the day of judgment, Allah will ask you, didn't I provide you some food to eat? And you said, well, it's haram. But didn't I give you that anytime there is darura means what? Necessity. Then you take the darura, and there comes with it ruqsa. Ruqsa means the concession of Allah, that he gives permission, and he wants you to take this. Let's take another example. How many times a day do Muslims have to pray?
5.
5 times a day. Is it 3 times?
No.
Is it 4 times?
No.
4.5?
No.
4 3/4?
No.
It's 5. Yeah?
Yes.
And it's a certain time. Fajr. Can I pray Fajr at lunch?
No.
Come on, man. I mean, can I pray Asr at night?
No.
This is stupid. We know the times of the prayers, and we know how to pray. Now, how many rak'ah, standing and bowing and prostrations, called rak'ah, how many rak'ah are there in Fajr?
2.
2? And how many are there in Asr?
4.
And how many in Maghrib?
3.
Now, what if I said, well, how about if I just take 2, 4, 3, and add all that together? What is 2 and 4 and 3? Is that 9?
9.
Is 9? So I'll just pray 9 rak'ah all at once, and those 3 prayers, I don't have to pray today. Well, I could say that, and then what would Allah do? This you can't do. That's not permissible. But when somebody's a traveler, they're allowed to combine their prayers, right? As a traveler, when I go a long distance, Allah will let me put the 2 afternoon prayers together. The one from noon and afternoon can be combined and shortened, called qasr wal jama'ah. Qasr to shorten, jama'ah to put them together. At night, the traveler can combine Maghrib, which is how many?
3.
And Isha,
4.
4, and put those together. But he prays 3 and 2 at that stage. And not that I'm trying to complicate the matter for you to remember all these numbers. It's not important. What's important to know is Allah does give some concession for certain things at certain times. He makes it easy for you. He said he wants your deen, your way of life, to be yusra, not usra. Usra means difficult. Say usra. Usra.
Usra.
Usra.
Usra.
It has ayn, doesn't it? Say yusra.
Yusra.
Which one's easier?
Yusra.
Yusra. So yusra means easy. Now you know. So this is what Jesus was trying to tell his followers, the importance of understanding the spirit of the law. And this is exactly what the people controlling the temple didn't like. And look how he was trying his best to make it easy for the people. And he knew the law. He knew the law better than they knew the law. And he was saying, guys, it's not like you say. You're talking about the letter, and I'm talking about the spirit. The letter which is written in front of you. Listen to this law that they made up. They said on the Sabbath, remember we talked about the Sabbath, 7th day, they said on the 7th day, nobody can go more than 1,000 yards. Well, 1,000 yards is like half a mile, okay? That's the most you can travel is half a mile, but no more than that. So what these guys did, they're smart, ha, ha, ha. So they would go to the place they wanted to be, like if I want to go fishing on the weekend, but it's more than half a mile. So what do? I go make a temporary house with cardboard or something like that, put food over there, call that my house, and then I go stay there. So when it comes time, oh, you can't go? Really? Well, I'll just stay here and fish, or I'll do what I want to do. I don't even think they were allowed to fish, were they? But see how sneaky. Look at this. Because I want to be here, so I make up a way to sneak and put a temporary house, and I'll just be there and then go back. Another thing they had, the same that we have as Muslims, even today, you cannot loan your money to somebody and make them pay you back more money than what you gave them. You can't do that. It's called interest or usury or riba. Riba is haram. It's worse than haram, even in a way, because Allah said in the Quran to the Muslim that he and his messenger declare war, harb, on anybody who does this thing. If you put your money out and then you take it back with more, Allah doesn't like it. And you're in big, deep, deep trouble. Now look at this. It also goes for the one who takes a loan and pays it back with more. Because you're joining the person in the crime. It's a crime in front of Allah to do this. So if you said, well, I'm not loaning my money, I'm just taking some money and paying back more. It's also haram, forbidden. And that was one of the things that they didn't want to hear about either. This was something that they